Our clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Maori Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Maori Clinic.
I am a certified nurse aide. I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was a senior in nursing school and I was tired a lot, but I was a senior in nursing school. You don't get much sleep, so tired is expected, and cancer was nowhere on my radar. The worst part is probably the feeling of isolation. I had to stay home, and my friends didn't want to necessarily stay home with me. The texts and phone calls and even Facebook messages from some kind of stopped. The staff at Tammy Walker basically took me in like a family member. I've never felt alone there, and that's about the only place that I've never ever felt alone. Life now is good. I never have a bad day anymore because I know what it's like to have an actual bad day. I give a lot of credit for how I'm doing to Tammy Walker because they still support me even now.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.
Welcome to the Friday night pregame show. And I am lucky tonight because I have my co-hosts from the scene. I have Shauna, Jeff, and Christy. And we are here with South and Andover playing tonight. I'm really excited about that. What about you guys?
Yeah, very excited.
C-O-U-G.
A-R-S.
So what did you come to watch tonight?
You.
Me? Me in action. You came to watch me in action. Well, that's going to be a long night, I hate to tell you. So when you used to go to football games, what did you watch?
Oh, wow. That's a good question, Charles. I think there was a lot of things in high school that we watched. We watched the game about 25% of the time, and then the rest of it was all social.
Yes.
Right, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it was.
Social?
I was usually making out with my boyfriend behind the bleachers.
Oh, my gosh. Truth be told, truth be told.
Jeff, why did you say oh like that?
I wasn't making out with my boyfriend behind that because I don't have a boyfriend. But it's very, I want to put some pads on right now and go out there and hit somebody. I really do. I'm excited. This is great.
This is a time where, you know, football, it pumps you up. You get excited and ready to go onto the field. But what do you do?
But actually just the atmosphere of being here, you know, and all the excitement and everybody's you know, getting ready for the game, that pumps you up too.
Yeah, the crisp air and the band rehearsing and
That
the guys
does.
out here.
Yeah, and the
It's
smell
really
of
fun.
the smell of things cooking on the
grill.
grill back there,
That's good.
tailgating.
All that's good, but I think it's real fun when you get back there in the back and you're waiting for the kickoff to come, and it's like all the adrenaline is flowing on fire, and the ball comes and you drop it. What do you do?
What do? You pick it up and run like heck.
Hey, check this out. I've got an interesting double-double in the yearbook. I'm not going to say what year because it's going to tell how old I am. But I played football my senior year and I got injured. And then after that, I was in the band. So I'm actually in the pictures as a football player and the band. So it looks like I'm some kind of real stud that I did both, but I actually only played in the band because I hurt.
We are now back, and Jen and Shauna just noticed something that kind of tickled me. How many fans do you think we got, Jeff?
Well, it looks a little sparse up there. We need to get some more Cougar pride out here, get some people out, cheer the team on. They need your help now. Come on, support your team.
And then Shauna said it didn't used to be like this. Is that what you said?
That's what I said. I said back in the day, and again, we don't talk about the dates, but back in the day, these stands would be full of people. There would be no place to sit. You'd have to get here an hour early just to find a place to sit in the stands to watch your team. So.
And
regardless of record.
Regardless of record.
Everybody came out.
Everybody came out to support the team.
Wow.
Hang out with their friends, have a good Friday night out, and the weather is perfect.
It is. It's a great
It's a gorgeous night.
Football night or a drink night?
Both.
Both. Hey.
Both.
Gotta be doing some tailgating.
That's right.
But take it easy. Get yourself a designated driver.
And the reason I say that is because they said I had too many root beers and that I'm feeling a little bit tipsy tonight, but I am okay. Don't you think, Christy?
I do. I agree. You're not loopy at all.
See, I finally got her to agree with something with me. You know, especially with the whole Democrat and Republican thing, I can't get her to agree. I finally got something.
And the only thing you can agree on is that you're not on a sugar high. That was it. That's the only thing.
Well, we're going to close for now, and we will see you as soon as South and South and Andover. I had one too many.
Yeah, you did.
One too many. South and Andover.
We should come back for the South Central game.
There you go.
Oh, wow. South and Andover will be playing here in just a few minutes. We'll see you in a few.
Go Cougars!
The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
Oh, let's work it now.
The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org. The Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org.
We don't like a
Oh,
little
the Scene of Salina at SalinaTV.org. Did you get it?
Welcome to Salina Access TV, Friday Night Football here, Week 5. And this is Stuart Haas with Charles Ross, what we call the Haas and Ross Show. Charles had some company earlier when the View came, did some things pre-game.
Yeah, we got to talk with the scene, some of those people. We are soon to have a bulletin board. How about that?
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Well, we're here in Salina South, who now, for the rest of the regular season, is home. Their only away game will be the Central game, and all they got to do is just switch to the opposite side of the field. So they will not be traveling anymore, which suits them fine because they've got a lot of young kids on this team. It's one of the problems they've had in their end up 2-2 is the young kids have just starting to learn how to play and how you got to bring it on every play at this level.
That's right. Wow, as they come onto the field, looks like they're fired up.
Well, they come in 2-2. Andover comes in at 1-3. But when I was talking to Coach Lee before the game, I said, Coach, you should be 3-1. And he said, Stu, we should be 3-1. They lost one game by 1 point, another game by 6, and they had the lead on both teams. But they are starting a bunch of sophomores and juniors. Their top 5 linebackers, their 3 starters and 2 top reserves, only played on Monday last year. Wow. None of them played Friday last year. They're all sophomores and juniors. And he said they're young, they're eager. He said, but they're still learning how to play at this level. And he said, we've got a bunch of kids that are still learning how to play at this level. Now, their one standout player, quarterback, is not playing tonight. Don't know all of the reason for that, but that hurts them.
Yeah.
Because they even though they're a running team, he is a leader on that offense and their best player.
Whenever your quarterback's gone, though, that's just what it is, the quarterback. Really, that's basically a coach on the field.
It is.
So without the coach on the field, it can get rough.
And being that he was a senior and experienced, he's better at audibling into the right play when he sees the defense is set to stop whatever he's got going. Now, when I was talking to Coach Sellers for the game, Sam told me, the first thing Sam told me about is this huge mammoth. He's 6'7", 310, and is he a junior or a senior?
He's a senior.
He's a senior. Mammoth nose tackle who's getting a lot of college looks. But the problem that Coach Lee told me is, he says, Stu, he lines up and plays like he's the big man and he knows he's the big man. I said, in other words, he doesn't play with fire. He goes, exactly, he doesn't play with fire. He said, if we could get him to play with fire, they wouldn't be able to stop him. He said, he's not just a big fat guy. They said, he can get up and run, and he's strong, and he's mobile. And we're watching him as he runs back over to the team.
Those guys look like they're little small guys compared to him.
But when you're 6'7", 310, and he plays basketball, so it means he can run up and down the court. He's a mobile guy.
Yeah.
He said he's just got to learn how to play with fire and pretend that the guys across from him are as big as him. So the problem is, he's never met anyone as tall as him. Just don't stand. So he said if he would play like he's capable of playing, he said it would really help us because, as Sam said, their 2 defensive tackles are not that good. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to, and he said they stretched all week, and Sam, I forget, Sam said best week of practice he's had all year.
Wow.
And the reason I'm doing the talking is I was out talking to officials while Charles was shooting the scene from the scene. So, but he said, we challenged him to run the ball, get back to sound football, run the ball. But since we got Yarowitz, who can really, and I got the proper pronunciation, it's Yarowitz. Yarowitz. I said, okay. He said, but actually I just call him Yarrow. I said, okay.
Yarowitz is what we used to call him, because his granddaddy was the manager at the bakery at Tony's, and his dad, I believe, used to work in purchasing.
He's a doctor, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he's a doctor.
He works at the hospital.
That may be. But I didn't think that neither.
He said, now Jacob's a great throwing quarterback, and we got 2 promising wide receivers who both can break the career receptions record that Zach Nakbar set 2 years ago. But the reason why is Sam admitted they've not had the running attack that South had when Zach was there, so they didn't have to throw it as much when Zach was there. But when they did throw it, he caught it and he scored.
Yeah.
He set all kinds of records there at South.
So they're about to kick it off, it looks like. So that kicker's a sophomore kicker too, right? With varsity kicking experience. It's a good long kick.
All the way down to the 5, and it was high too. That was the other thing. He's going to get it up to about the 25. Yeah, let me flip over to the south side. Two guys are out for South. Cade Calvert and Logan Coble. That's going to hurt a little bit South on defense, but they've got people experienced who are playing there. And Logan is a wide receiver who goes in the three wide package.
Uh-oh, he's coming out nowhere. He goes nowhere.
That's how you stop an offense. What I said, penetration. Now, the kicker for South is the sophomore, Fernando Avila Castro. And his kicks are getting deeper. There's not much breeze, so that was all leg. He kicked it down to the 5. And as long as he stays in the weights and conditioning program at South, his senior year, I don't see why he couldn't put it in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
And if you do that, you totally negate their return.
So they got number 3 in at the quarterback slot now. He's also
it's a wildcat.
He's coming right up the middle.
They're running the wildcat. Because they're not a great throwing team. So South is going to bring their strong safety up in the box as a linebacker and only keep their free safety back. And Sam said they're going to go man-to-man on the outside with their corners. You're like this, you got 3rd and 12, and they're still not in the throwing package.
They're back to throw,
blitzing.
And he throws it. Oh!
Oh, nice tip, nice tip.
That was a little bit touchy, though. If he didn't tip it, it could have ended up in that wide receiver's hand.
23, Devin Johnson. He's a junior, 5'11", 160-pound wide receiver deep back. Made a nice play, tipped it away from him.
That brings it up 4th down for the Trojans in punt.
Now, this is, for South, this is the way you want to start the game. For Andover, it's not. Oh, a line drive kick. It's going to hit. He's going to get maybe 3 or 4 yards on the return, but it's going to set him up, what about the 40. Just short of the 44-yard line?
Yeah.
Yep, just short of the 44-yard line. That's excellent field position.
First and 10 Cougars, 44-yard line.
There's a handoff. Sam Corona, the senior 5'8", 184-pound running back and linebacker, starts both ways. He's going to pick up just about a yard. Now, if you guys keep your eye on that big nose tackle, if they can control him, they can control that defensive line. He's looking to throw it. He's got him. He's got him. And he's going to be tackled down inside the 5.
Jacob Foster.
That's Jacob Foster. The senior 6'2", 153-pound wide receiver, defensive back, and punter. I know his dad, Alan, is pretty happy right now. Though he wish he would have scored. It's going to be a straight lead, right in, touchdown.
Corona.
Follow the fullback.
Sam.
And just like that, with 9:30 on the clock, you got a score by South.
And they actually made it look.
Can't go there. And here's the kick. And it's up and good. So with 9:30 on the clock, you score Salina South 7. Andover 0. They took them 3 plays, Charles.
Yeah, they made it look easy. If that's the way it ends up being,
and now
it's going to be a long night for Andover.
Andover did exactly what Coach Lee told me said they were going to do. They had 2 safeties deep. They're going 4 deep on their defensive backfield. If they're going to get beat, they want to get beat by the run, not by the pass.
Well, I can tell you one thing. What just took place, it looked pretty easy for South. It's just like we're starting the game over again.
It is, isn't it? Another deep kick all the way down to the 5. And he's starting off slow. He doesn't start off very fast. He's just kind of timid. And he's just barely going to get over the 20. Thank you, guys. There's such a crowd here, we were having to stand there for a second, but they're moving down lower, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Because I'm in a walking boot now, and I'm limited on how much I can stand and walk. But you see how tentative he starts out, the return man? He doesn't take off fast.
Wow.
He's going to be tackled for a loss. He gave it to the man crossing. Running the
this here's the kind of way, a game that could give South a lot of confidence if they continue to play like this.
They're playing that wing, almost a wing T, like last week. Got an Eisenhower did.
Good handoff.
He got it back up just past the original line of scrimmage.
Boy, that was a high snap to the quarterback.
I saw that.
Good thing he brought that down.
I saw that.
It's kind of amazing that number 79, as big as he is, he ain't doing a little offense.
No, he only plays nose tackle. And the reason why, if he's not playing with fire, you don't want a timid guy in your offensive line.
Whoa!
He's going to have a first down. This time is the cross guy coming back. They were actually going right. He was coming back to the left, and there was a nice hole there. And actually, they're talking to one of the safeties right now about that's the hole you were supposed to fill. He's looking to throw it.
Whoa! Is that Weir that came in there?
Give me his number, I'll give it to you.
Number 4, Weir.
DJ Weir, senior 5'10", 174, wide receiver, linebacker.
He came in there like untouched, it looked like.
Well, he's the one on the first pass play, that on the first series that went complete. He was in there and was hitting him right as he was throwing the ball, which made for not a poor throw.
Also on the play, second down, 18, 29-yard line.
He goes nowhere.
They had him. They had him on the cross. It's almost like they're crossing back and forth.
Boy, they're going to have to turn it up or they're in for a long, long night.
Yeah, they are.
Wow, nowhere.
He's going to be short. He's going to be short. He's only going to get about 3 yards up to about the 31.
Boy, they don't have very many fans tonight neither, Stu.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the pregame. There was a whole lot of people out there for them to run through. Another live drive, good bounce.
Get away.
Smart move, get away from it. You'll get it at the 35.
Oh.
Little, somewhat of a, after the whistle action there, Charles. But
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
not egregious enough to draw the laundry. All right. Still good field possession, 35-yard line.
Cougars, 35-yard line.
Just a fullback lead to D'Angelo, and he's going to get up over the 40. He's going to give him 7 yards on the carry.
Number 3, D'Angelo Turner. Making the stop for the Trojans is number 15, Cassidy.
You get 7 yards in your first down as an offensive coordinator.
That's a good one.
You got to love it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you got to love it. Because it opens up so much for you on second down.
Well, basically, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah. As I said, the whole playbook's open.
Yeah.
And this is where a good
another
play
handoff to the fullback, and he does have the first down. Is that number 34?
Thought that was 44, McMullen. No, that's Central, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought it was Smith.
Yeah, Damaj Smith. The junior, 5'10", 229-pound. He's a bowling ball. I saw him. This kid is thick.
He plays
and
defense
he's not
too,
slow.
I believe.
He plays defensive line too. And he's not slow. He's just a big, thick kid.
Oh, good.
That was a quarterback keeper. They had the option, and the option was there.
Yeah.
If he would have saw how that guy was coming toward him and pitched it, he's got to realize, even though you're past the line of scrimmage, you can still pitch the ball. All right, now you got 9 yards on first down.
It's back to pass. And he passes.
Got him.
Number 15.
All the way down to the 20.
Becker.
Dylan Becker. Well, if you're going to have the South, I'll flip over to the other side so we can get those names off those numbers.
Said 18.
Gain of 24 on the play. First and 10 Cougars, 21-yard line.
There's the pitch.
D'Angelo's turning the corner.
Almost got to the corner. Almost.
Number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
He still got 5 yards down the line of scrimmage, though. Even though they had it pretty well defended, I think I can sit now.
But he ran at an angle.
Yes, he did. He did.
So as he was running at an angle, he's gaining that yard as he
slowly.
Yeah.
They need to take that outside guy, either drive him in or take him off his feet so that he can cut up sooner.
Hand off to the fullback.
He carried it down to the 12. That'll be about 3rd down and 2 from there.
Making the stop for the Trojans is number 42, Casey May.
Power lead.
It's a handoff. He's cut it in.
Touchdown? Or is he going to be close?
No, he's a little bit short. Just a little bit short.
But it's a first down.
Might be on about the half-yard line.
Looks like they're marking
it's
right
about
down at
the
the
2-yard line.
1 yard line? The 2 yard line.
Yeah.
All right, first down and goal to go from there.
Gain of 10 yards on the play. First and goal, Cougars, 2-yard line.
Pass.
I like the play call.
I run that.
But I don't mind that play call right there on first down. Because you're expecting them to run it.
I would have ran it.
I think he threw to the wrong person. He was in double coverage. The guy on the other side had single coverage.
Oh. What got you there?
Yeah, I agree. But I don't mind them throwing that on first down. And the reason why is, down the road, you start playing in district or in the playoffs, you make them a little wary.
Fullback.
Touchdown.
And he's in. That Smith.
DeMaj Smith. What was the, you got a clock issue? Clock issue?
Legal procedure.
Oh, illegal procedure versus the other team. Illegal procedure versus Andover. That moves it half the distance, and that's smart. Decline it, because you practice from that spot and you get comfortable from that spot. And that young sophomore kicker from South puts it right through. Well, still 2:52 to go on the clock. You got to score. Salina South 14, Andover 0. No, this is not boding well for Andover.
No, they've had the ball twice, and they've scored.
And they've only had one first down.
Yeah, but I'm saying they've had the ball how many times? Twice?
Twice.
And they've scored twice.
Oh, you're talking about South's had the ball twice.
Yeah.
Andover's had the ball twice and one first down. That was it.
Yeah, I'm talking about South had the ball twice, and they've what? Scored twice. That's not good.
And they haven't had one negative play. Their smallest carry was 2 yards, and that was for the last touchdown.
That looks like another
nice,
deep kick.
Not as deep. Back to about the 10. Oh, nice
goes
hit.
Nowhere.
Yeah, it was. That was a nice hit.
He didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, his head kind of snapped back. Did you see that?
Yeah, you know, it looks like a different South team than we watched the last time.
I was just getting ready to say that on this last drive. This is almost like the South team we've seen in years past.
Right, it looks
dominating
like
on offense, dominating on defense.
He goes nowhere.
Not going to get about a yard or so on that cross, maybe a yard and a half. Well, until I heard about their starting quarterback being out of the game, I was expecting a better game. But when you lose your coach on the field, like you called it, Charles, that can hurt you.
It's a handoff to the running back.
Hand it off to that first man. He's going to carry it up to a little over the 30.
Number 25.
It's still going to be third down and a long 4.
Third down 4, 31-yard line.
Whoa, looking like there's a little bit of jumping there. Oh, they called it. Boys, I think they almost had South to jump a little bit there.
They can move as long as they don't come into the neutral zone.
I know.
For those
and
of you,
I can tell you that was real close.
For those of you who don't know, neither the offense or the defense, but especially the defense, they can move before the snap. They just cannot move in the neutral zone, which is the length of the football across the width of the field.
Yeah.
They can move sideways. They can come forward a little bit as long as they don't enter into that.
I can tell you right now, they were real close.
And that's how you can get an offensive lineman to jump, because you move, but you didn't come into that neutral zone.
Right.
But you better not go into that neutral zone, or you're going to hear from the coach.
And they played with it that time, I can tell you that. They definitely played with it.
And what is the number one rule they teach defensive linemen, Charles?
I'm not sure.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Don't go on a snap count. Watch the ball. You move when the ball moves. We used to look at the center's hands, but sometimes they would squeeze the ball to make you move. Now you just watch the ball. All right, first guy going.
He's got the first down plus. Number 25.
Mark him out up at over the 45-yard line.
That was a good run. Now that's where South's defense can't be doing that.
But again, too many high hits. They're all trying to take him down high. You got to get them low and take those legs out.
First and 10 Trojans, 46-yard line.
They had him in the backfield, and he's still churning.
He's not going to get much, though.
They caught him. He shouldn't have got what he got.
No, he shouldn't have.
They had him in the backfield.
Again, you can't hit a guy high, though.
Right. And hang on, and they're hanging on, and he's dragging them.
Yep.
So
you got to get those legs, lock them up, and start driving backwards, so they don't get that forward lean. Wait a minute. We had a chin strap that had come unbuckled, and the official saw it.
Hands off. He's still churning. Now he's, oh boy.
Again.
Number 44, Hunter Schilling.
Again, they're hitting high. They've got to lower those pads and get them in the legs.
Gain of 7 on the play. They're now to on the South 6-yard line.
Wow. Handoff to number 25.
He's got enough for a first, I think.
He's real close. I'm not sure he got. Oh, he got it.
They gave it to him.
So now they're marching it down the field as we spoke too soon, maybe, huh, Steve?
They're not doing anything different. They're running the same plays. They're just probably doing a better job of blocking.
Good catch. That was a good catch. He had 2 men around him.
And DJ Weir was in on that quarterback again. He got hit right after he let go of the ball.
They picked up about 5 yards on that. That's pretty fast first quarter.
In the first quarter, we got a score of Salina South 14, Andover 0. Well, first of all, both teams are running the ball. There's only been a couple of incompletes. There hasn't been any turnovers or penalties. So there really hasn't been any reason to stop the clock.
That's right. That's right. But, you know, South's defense came out like they were on fire. And now it looks like here in the end of the first quarter, they've kind of slowed down as they are not stopping them like they was. They were stopping that run in the backfield every time.
Well, I think what they might have done, Charles, is if Andover might have tweaked their blocking scheme. They're seeing what South is doing with their the defensive linemen and their linebackers, and they've changed their blocking scheme a little bit.
Wow, he's got about 4 or 5. He's got the first down. Number 4.
I got that number, and that is Colin Matthew. He's a senior, 165-pound, 5'8", They call him a wing back. One of the guys out there on that wing.
Whoa, high, oh, fumble.
There's a loss.
Well, I can tell you, that started with that snap. That snap was a high snap.
Yeah, but he took his, he was already starting to turn his head to look before the ball got to his hands. Again, this is not your starting quarterback, folks, and that can make a difference. He's not used to getting all these snaps. He doesn't get the majority snaps in practice.
But that center's hiking that ball high, too.
Well, let's see what's the difference on the height.
Quarterback takes up. He don't go in. He didn't
and
go.
Where did he hit him? He hit him low. And what happened?
He's down.
Stopped him. He didn't drag anybody. Now he got a forward lean, but he didn't go 5-6 yards pulling people.
No.
No, now you still got a third down and long. Now, you go ahead and take one of your linebackers out and bring a safety, another defensive back in. They're not.
No. Handoff, crossbuck.
And that's not going nowhere. That's got no. He's going to mark him just down inside the 45, and he's still not back to the original line of scrimmage. He's still going to be 4th down and long.
What do you do?
It's like about 4th down and 11, I would say. With the way South's moving the ball. But now you're starting to move the ball. Unless you got something you go 11 yards, I punt. Maybe even a quick punt. Got him.
Oh!
Got him.
You don't do that. That's not what you do, is it, Stu?
Justin Allen. He is a senior 5'9", 134-pound linebacker, and he just made a great play. Now, South gets the ball at their own 44-yard line. Just inside it.
First and 10 for the Cougars at their own 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff.
So that's
nice
Sam
hit.
Corono.
Ball carrier number 43, Sam Corona.
We'll rotate that way too.
Sam Corona's with the carry there.
No pickup. I mean, he actually should have been tackled for about a 2-yard loss. But he broke that tackle.
Second down 10, 44-yard line.
Oh, nice shake and bake.
Nice one. Wow. That's Sam Corona's
That was Sam,
again.
all the way down to the 30.
23, Sam Corona.
That's about a 21-yard carry, I think.
First and 10 Cougars, 31-yard line.
He's still breaking tackles.
Down inside the 25.
Ball carrier number 43, Sam Corona. Making the stop, right over number 71, Sam Pittman.
That's 6 yards. What is Sam's weight, Charles? What does he weigh?
Sam was 184 pounds. Pass to number 18, Jacob Marcotte.
But that's, you said 184 pounds, that's a very solid 184 pounds.
184 pounds.
Sam's a strong kid.
They're marching it down again.
He's looking to throw it.
He's rolling out.
Touchdown! He reached forward with the ball. We all stood there wondering.
That's Darlin Becker.
It was a little late getting there. That was the problem.
Yeah.
If he had got thrown it early on, he wouldn't have had to do that. But he leaned forward and got it.
Becker got that in there. Last time South played, that was our MVP. The extra point is good.
Up and good. So with 8:04 to go in the second quarter, you got to score. Salina South 21, Andover 0. Charles, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. They've moved it running and throwing.
Yeah.
So
that tells you the offense is firing. The defense needs to pick it up a little more.
They must have done something because Andover got, what, 2-3 first downs?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, they just shut them down. And what helped was that first play on first down when that ball was fumbled between the exchange of the quarterback and the running back, and the running back had to fall on it. That was about a 5-6 yard loss.
Yes.
And they never got back to the original line of scrimmage. Another nice high kick all the way down to the 8-yard line.
He goes nowhere. Was he at the 20? No, he ain't. He's not stopped.
They're going to stop him at the 20-yard line.
He's kind of hidden back there for a few seconds.
Yeah, but I don't understand why he's so timid and taking off. I've said this before, the great return men, they take off fast and hard.
Yes.
And they make their decision and they make it quick.
Uh-oh, number 44.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 yards up to the 25.
Making the stop for the Cougars is number 7, Stephen Slayton.
Connor Schillings is a junior, 190-pound, 6'2" running back, linebacker. He's got some size to him. At that 6'2" frame, he could put on a little more than 190 pounds. And probably not slow him down any either.
Handoff. Number 25.
They're going to stop him for a loss. He's not.
But they had him in the backfield, deep in the backfield. He should have never even got to the line where he got to. They got to wrap up when they get him back there.
And the thing is, he was reaching for him and only got a hand on him. When you come through a line of scrimmage, especially fast, you got to start chopping your feet so you can make a reaction to the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Because you can run right past him real quick.
Oh. Nowhere. Oh, he breaks tackles.
And DJ, now, here's what happened. The quarterback handed it to the fullback.
And the
fullback handed it to the wing coming back across the formation.
And they're gaining big yards on that. That's not the first time.
That's a tricky play, but you have a problem with that. That's 2 handoffs in the background, in the backfield. That's 2 chances for something to go wrong.
Yeah. But then they got to wrap up. Again, I say on their tackling, they got to start wrapping them up. They're not wrapping them up. They're not wrapping them up at all.
They did there. They're going to tackle for a yard loss.
Number 25, Robert Bundy. And on the play for the Cougars, number 48, Corey Huffleback. Loss of a yard on the play. Second down, 11, 22-yard line.
Another high snap.
Number 25 carrying the ball.
He got back to the original line of scrimmage, but again, another high snap.
Right.
And makes me wonder if this might be a new center, but he didn't say anything. The only change they had in the starting lineup was the quarterback being out. So I wonder what's with all these high snaps. You got 5 and 15, 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock and ticking. 3rd down and 10.
Wow.
He's only going to get a couple, maybe 4 yards.
25, Robert Bundy.
He's going to be short.
And on the play for the Cougars, number 4, DJ Weir. Also number 2, Justin Sullivan. And number 3.
It'll be 4th down and 6 to bring on the punt team. You know, Andover really needed a score before half. You're down 3 scores. Illegal procedure on Andover. That's going to move it back 5 yards.
Boy, if South goes down and marches it down there and scores.
Yeah.
Punting for the Trojans, number 25, Robert Bundy.
What he must have done is he must have touched the football and then took his hands off it. And if he did that, that's illegal procedure. Oh, not a very good snap. That took a lucky bounce. That only went about 10 yards in the air. If. I didn't hear a second thump, so I don't know. Did someone get a hand on it?
I didn't realize if he.
My observer in the back said, number 7 did. Number 7 for South. Who's number? Slayton. One of the Slayton boys. One of the other Slayton's already graduated, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cougars take over 1st and 10, ball at their own at 34-yard line.
Hand off to D'Angelo.
And D'Angelo's going to be up over the 40.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner. Back on the stop for the Trojans.
You got 4:05 and ticking on the clock. South's got all 3 of their timeouts. Andover's used 1.
Gain of 8 yards on the play, 2nd down to 42-yard line.
Man, look at that.
D'Angelo.
Yep. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet. All the way down inside the 20.
Number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
I think if he ever gets that confidence, I'm thinking he's lacking his confidence. If he ever gets that fully, and that's what he's getting out of this, he could break a few.
Where would you rate him in speed with Cody Busby or Mike Jones?
Well, not a Mike Jones. I wouldn't say that.
Mike was fast.
Yeah.
Mike was fast.
And he was a track guy, too.
And Cody wasn't slow.
No. But Mike Jones was fast.
But, yeah, he was lightning fast.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, or he's down to the 5. Matter of fact, Coach Lee was telling me before the game that when they were watching the film of that game, Mike Jones Senior year, when he broke that touchdown run with one shoe in the snow, he said we had to back that up, because how did he do it? And they still couldn't figure out how he did that. And even with one shoe, he still pulled away from people.
Yeah, he was fast.
Yeah, he's finishing his sophomore year. Will be playing his sophomore year. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Cougars.
Is that Jacob?
Number 86.
86. No, that's the other tight end.
Trace.
Coach Ever, and he's a senior, 6'7", 226 tight end. You also hear about him during basketball season too.
It's good.
Kick is up and good. So with 2:57 to go on the clock, you got scores Salina South 28, Andover 0. And that's when your coach, Mike Lee, you're going like, guys, we had a drive going and we shot ourselves in the foot. You can't do that against a team like South.
Yeah, You got to look to tell them we just got to score one.
Yeah, you got to. You've got 2 timeouts on the board, plus
we've got to score
one. The clock stops to move the chains.
They will donate a portion of the sales to Cougar football. Thanks for supporting the Cougars.
Now, I'm all for keeping that rule for high school football, stopping the clock to move the chains, but I wish they'd get rid of it in college football. Nice high kick all the way down to the 10. He's going to get up to the 25. And I'm telling you,
making this up for the Cougars is number 2, Justin Sullivan.
Fernando Avila Castro, he's a sophomore. He's just going to keep getting better and better.
That's true.
Because these are not just deep kicks. Fernando's kicking them high, which allows your cover team time to get down there. And they haven't returned one past the 25 that I can remember. Can you?
No. And then the other thing about him is that, he's coming. This is his second year at kicking. He kicked last year as a freshman.
I look to throw it.
Pass.
Oh, yes. You were getting ready to make the hit, and all of a sudden, I might have an interception. Nope.
Yeah.
That's when your eyes get as big as dishes. Whoa! Oh, crap.
I can't get to
it. But if he had caught it, he was about to get lit up. he was going to get lit.
Legal procedure.
That's got it, yep. Because
Legal
nobody
procedure.
on south side,
I saw it.
The wide receiver moved. Okay, now that's the second penalty. There's only been 2. And they've all been the 5 yards.
That's not what you need right now.
Oh, no.
With the game going like this.
No, absolutely not. Now you got 2 and second down and 15.
Second down, 15. 20-yard line.
Fumble.
Oh, yeah, fumble.
Fumble. Looks like the Cougars have it.
All right. I had just said there was no turnovers. Well, we have one now. And how many times have they kind of had a little trouble with the snaps and the handoffs back there? They've put one on the ground before and they fell on it. They've had a couple where they've had to pick up or juggle a little bit. Now it just bit them right in the rear.
And if they put this ball in there now, long night.
You say nail the coffin in the second quarter?
Long night.
Quick throw out there. Did you see that move?
Yeah, that's a good. And touchdown.
He did it.
That's Becker again.
Number 15, Dylan Becker.
Oh, where did he go out? Did he go out of bounds?
They're marking it down at the 5.
Wow.
I thought he made some good.
I did too, but he made some good moves.
Yes, he did. That step back was almost a little Mike Jonesy.
Yeah.
I'll never, ever, as long as I live, forget that play in the snow. Never. And when you find out later on he did it with one shoe, it's still so amazing. He's looking to throw it again. Touchdown.
Number 18 is that Marcotte, Jacob Marcotte. Stu, you hate to say this, but it's almost like good night,
I'm going to ask my observer. Is that the nail in the coffin in the second quarter? Yeah, they're shaking their head. He said it was over 2 touchdowns ago. Yeah. Is it good? Is it good? It is.
35-0.
2:27 on the clock. Salina South 35.
And if you as a team let them come back and beat you,
I don't see
that. You got a lot of work.
I don't see that happening.
You got a lot of work.
Right now, all right, now, your coach Sellers. how far in the third quarter do you go with your starters?
I keep them in there.
For how long?
I keep them in there
series?
the whole third quarter.
You say whole third quarter? What do you say?
Whole third quarter.
A series? I'm saying at least a series or two, and then get them out and save them.
No.
Keep them from injury.
No.
And let your second and third teamers get some varsity experience.
No. They got to get things clicking. It's been a long time coming.
Charles, they've had 5
5
drives and 5 touchdowns. How much more clicking do you want?
I want more.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Rolls.
Up to the 26, but you can hear that from up here.
Yeah.
Making the stop for the Cougars, number 5.
And I'm going to tell my
guy.
observer with the great Royal shirt on, he can sit here every game. All right, who's pitching tonight? Is it Young? Yeah, Young's pitching tonight for the Royals, right? I think it's Chris Young. Yeah, we got to win these 3 and have Toronto lose 1, and we got home field advantage. Get him. Okay, that was a defensive tackle, came back and made that play.
Stopped by number 74.
Number 74, that's Anthony Moreno, a senior, 6'6", 251-pound defensive lineman. I wonder if he plays basketball. That's 6'6" and 6'7" right there. The 2 guys between him and Trace Kochiver.
Second down, 6, 30-yard line.
There's that handoff again. He's only going to get a yard. You hand off to the fullback, and the fullback hands off to the guy crossing.
Really, he ran behind him, but he could have tackled him before then. That whole time he trailed.
But I don't think he was close enough for him to try something.
Right now, you can try whatever you want, Stu.
All right, now Andover just took a timeout. Or did South take a timeout?
Now is the time to try. I think now would be the time to try to knock the ball loose or anything, because you can try.
I think he was far enough behind him. He didn't want to make play, but if his defense was holding him out and he tried to make a comeback, try to cut back,
right,
he would have got him. He would have got him. But they only held him to a yard pickup.
Yeah.
And they've had some success with that
this
play.
This is a big third down for Andover.
And South called that timeout to try to save clock.
Third down, 6, 30-yard line.
Uh-oh, he's getting to... Oh, boy, look at him rolling.
Number 25.
He was hit. Okay, South just called no timeout. Now, he was hit 2 or 3 yards back from where he was, but because they hit him high and didn't take his legs out, he got 3 more yards. So, all right, so South's down to 1 timeout. They're trying to save some time on the clock.
So what, are they going to try and score again?
Why not? Work on your 2-minute offense. Work on in case you might need it later on in the year. It's only second quarter. You're not trying to pile on the score. But here's a chance to work on your...
You don't think they are?
But here's a chance to work on your 2-minute offense, which could benefit you down the road.
I'm here to tell you I think they are trying to pile it on.
Well, the one thing Sam and I both agreed on, well, we agreed on quite a few things, but the first thing we agreed on, let's put it that way, was that we needed to see more consistency out of both its offense and defense tonight.
For the Cougars, for 43, Sam Corona.
Now they're setting up for a return.
Oh, he picked it up. That's a dangerous deal.
That's a dangerous deal. We were always told that if it hit the ball more, the ground more than 2 or 3 times,
don't mess with it.
Yeah, you head for the back 40. You stay away from it. And they'll get the ball at their 20, just inside their 29-yard line. You got a minute 20. Got 1 timeout on the clock. Again, the clock stops at on first downs to move the chains.
Are they going to the air?
Oh, you got to go. And this is what Mr. Yahowitz, he's a throwing quarterback. Nice crossing pattern by Marcotte.
Oh!
Oh, he's still on his feet. All the way down inside to 25. They're going to mark him down to 20. Going to mark him down to 23.
Did he pass again?
Oh, of course. Right now, though, you're inside the 25. You could run if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could. You got time.
Oh, he had him. He had him. He's let him too much. Now, what I'm seeing right now, the difference between Mr. Yarowitz this game than he was 2 weeks ago is his feet are set, and he's throwing a more accurate ball. 2 weeks ago, he was dancing his feet around. He wasn't getting really set to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And he threw an inaccurate ball. This is a whole different young man right now.
That offense is different.
Well, the offensive line is giving him time to throw, too.
See that right there? He wasn't doing much of that the last time, neither.
No, but it was at number 79. He broke the tackle.
Yeah.
Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down 7, 20-yard line.
Oh,
Touchdown.
wide open. Wide open.
Touchdown.
Who's that, number 18? Marcotte?
Marcotte again. If you're Coach Riley, is it a Pepto-Bismol time? Yeah, it's Pepto-Bismol time if you're the coach.
Touchdown reception by number 18, Jacob Marcotte.
Kick is good. So with 36 seconds left to go in the second quarter, you got to score Salina South 42, Andover 0, and they've scored what, 2 or 3 touchdowns in under 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2, right? Yeah, 2.
2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you don't play him in the third quarter.
Now he's changed his mind about not playing the start of the third quarter. Yeah, you've got to get your young guys in there, get some time that could help them towards the end of this year, but helps them for the next 2 years down the road. And that's what you got to do. Another high kick, but this is going to be short, up out to 15. And he's going to carry it up to the 29-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 25, Robert Bundy.
Now, what's the worst thing that could probably happen to you is you fumble it, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Best thing could happen is you throw a long pass and they catch it for a touchdown.
And you got 29 seconds on the clock. I'm just taking a knee. I want to get my team into the locker room. Nobody hurt.
Well, you can see this ain't going to be a knee.
No, but it's a straight handoff, and he's going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss.
Ball carrier number 25, Robert Bundy.
Mr. Moreno again. Wow. Haven't seen a dominant half like this for South in quite some time. Not since 2 years ago.
Wow.
Wow, 42-0.
Wow.
And folks, we will see you at the Maori Clinic halftime show.
Hey, are you cruising around late at night looking for something to do? Come on down to Access TV and we will help you film whatever you want and get it on air. That's Access TV, 823-2500.
Welcome to Maori Clinic Halftime Show. We're sitting here at score of Salina South 42 and Andover 0. And I would say, or the question would be, you scored 2 touchdowns in the last about 2 minutes of the game, the first half. Is that the proverbial nail in the coffin in the second quarter?
Well, basically, you've scored every time you basically touch the ball. So, really, the game is over right now, Stu.
And what we were having a discussion with Mr. Fonts, who's become our unofficial observer, is that how far do you go with the starters? And I was saying 1 series, you would start saying, oh, the third, Mr. Fonts said 1 or 2 series, but then you changed your mind and now are saying, what, 1 series?
I don't even see 1 series. I don't see 1 series. I see that you don't even play them, and if something happens that they catch up, maybe you bring them back in.
Oh yeah, and because there's 2 reasons. One, you don't want to see a starter get hurt when you need them for the rest of the year. Secondly, this gives you a quality time to bring your second and third team kids in, give them quality snaps in a varsity game, which do not compare to snaps in practice.
That's right. That's right. And you could get a whole half.
And you very well could. You're going to want to get if it keeps going like it is, I'd say almost all the third quarter, definitely all the fourth quarter, and that is quality time you just can't pass up. This helps you not only towards the end of the year, in case there are some injuries, but gives you more depth so you can rotate if somebody starts to show themselves.
That's right.
And next 2 or 3 years, that
helps you.
That helps you
a lot.
Tremendously.
Yes.
Because you're not only wanting to win games, but you're also wanting to prepare for the next 2 or 3 years. Right.
That's right. You want to prepare for the future. And now, what better time than now?
And it gives these younger kids also a chance to get quality points to ladder in varsity football.
That's right. That's it.
Because you get so many points for how many quarters played, off-season weights and conditioning, and other issues. So it could really help. Well, folks, 42-0 halftime. I don't know how much worse it could get, but it could get a lot worse. And again, it's going to depend on how far they go with the starters. Anything else, Charles?
That's it. I think that defense needs to prove, even though they got the egg, they need to shut them down a little more.
Andover did have 1 drive where they had about 3 first downs, but then they had a couple mistakes and South shut them down. So we'll see. But 42-0. And thanks for watching the Maori Clinic Halftime Show. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Personally, we would be proud to introduce the Marching Cougars under the direction of Mr. Darren Brooks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2015 Salina South Homecoming festivities. We proudly introduce the groups and individuals participating in tonight's coronation ceremony. The Salina South cheerleaders and peppers, along with student council members Jillian Falcon, Reagan Forrester, Quinn Monk, Taylor Davison, Lynn Wynn, and myself, Ashley Arnold. Also, please welcome back last year's homecoming queen, Michelle Franco.
On behalf of the Salina High South Student Council, we wish to welcome all students, parents, faculty, administrators, alumni, and other guests. And we want to thank all of the students, faculty, staff, and parents for their hard work and support during this special homecoming week.
Tonight, it is our pleasure to introduce to you the 5 homecoming queen candidates who have been selected for this honor by their classmates. This week, in the secret ballot, one of the 5 has been chosen as reigning queen for 2015-2016.
Olivia Giroux is the daughter of Chris and Rochelle Giroux. Olivia is a member of National Honor Society, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and is a Kansas Honor Scholar. Olivia has lettered in softball for 4 years and has lettered academically all 4 years as well. Olivia's future plans are to attend Kansas State University to study pre-pharmacy. Tonight, Olivia is being escorted by Jacob Marcotte, son of Jason and Liz Marcotte. Meg Henry is the daughter of Dave and Michelle Henry and sister to Dylan Henry. Meg is a 4-year twirler with the band, a National Honor Society, a scholar, and is involved in Lab Chick. Outside of school, Meg is a part of Shannon Starr's national competition team and an active member of NC Youth at New Community Christian Church. She plans to attend Washburn University to major in nursing. Her escort tonight is Daniel DeWint, son of Wayne and Crystal DeWint.
Megan Kappelman is the daughter of James and Deanna Kappelman. She is a senior at Salina South High. She is currently a Chromebook tech during the school day. Outside of school, she is a host at Applebee's restaurant and enjoys drawing and painting. After high school, she plans to attend Cloud County Community College and pursue her dreams of being a social studies teacher. Her escort tonight is Rafe Young, son of Dan and Susan Young. Julissa Singanen, daughter of Jared and Sydney Taylor, is a senior at South High who previously was involved in Link Crew, yearbook staff, and was a manager for the girls' basketball team. She is currently involved in BPA, Scholars Bowl, and vocal. After graduation, Julissa is attending Wichita State University to major in business and plans to have a career in fine arts. Julissa is being escorted by Sam Corona, son of Ralph and Kathy Corona. Bailey, daughter of Shannon Vance, is the senior class vice president. She participates in Link Crew, softball, powerlifting, BPA, FCA, and Relay for Life. She has played volleyball all 4 years, lettered for 3, as well as breaking school records in track. In her spare time, she helps young girls volleyball and attends church at New Community. Next year, she plans on attending Washburn University on a volleyball scholarship, majoring in biomedicine and minoring in sports psychology. Bailey is being escorted by Parker Harris, son of Jeff and Stephanie Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, students, alumni, and special guests, the 2015 South High School Homecoming Queen is Bailey Stamps.
Kickoff deep. Oh, he's running it back. Wow. That was a great run back.
Returned by number 43, Sam Corona.
Welcome back to the second half. Sorry, folks, we missed the kickoff. Sam Corona had a nice routine up to about the 36-yard line.
Great one.
And that was Sam on the return, right?
Yeah, it was Sam.
Well, I'm going to let Charles do a little talk while I finish my cookie.
They still have the starters out there.
First and 10 for the Cougars. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Handoff to D'Angelo.
Ball carrier number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
44.
The final play for the Trojans on the tackle is number 16, Wyatt Turner. 8 of 8 on the play, second down to 24-yard line.
D'Angelo.
See, he's a track man like Mike is.
Ball carrier
Yeah.
number 3, D'Angelo Turner.
Yeah, you can see it.
And because you're supposed to go off tackle and it wasn't there. He jumped to the outside, picked up a nice gain and the first down.
You said your mic is down too far.
So, here they go. They're setting up.
46-yard line.
Sorry, folks. My mic
Handoff
fell
to
off
the
the clip.
fullback, Smith. No, quarterback kept it. Wow, that was a good fake, too.
He's got to know, though, that once he's past the line of scrimmage, he still can lateral that ball to the running back. And when he drew that man to him, if he would have lateraled it to D'Angelo, he would have scored.
To the house.
Yeah.
That was a good fake, though. He pulled that out and pulled it out good.
Well, he got a first down when they're standing, but there's a penalty, and it looked like the mark it off against.
Looks like against Andover, huh? No. Is it against South?
I think it's against South. There sure is a lot of debate going on here. You don't think they're exchanging stock tips or talking about how the Royals are doing right now? Because I don't know what all the discussion's about.
Wow.
It's going to be a mark off from the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
So it's up to.
Make sure your mics are as close to you as they can get. Look good.
No, folks, my mic actually it fell off the clip. It was down by my feet. I don't know how that happened. But it fell off this clip earlier, too, so we might have to take a look at this clip.
Wow.
Might not be holding it as well as it should.
Here we go.
Here
we go. It's a handoff to the fullback, Smith.
And they really didn't give us an explanation, did they?
No.
So
he got it back up to about the
41.
40.
Just short of the 41.
Yeah.
Either 5 on the play, second down 5, 41-yard line.
Hand off to the fullback.
And he's still on his feet, still running.
He's got the first down.
31-yard line, it's a 10-yard gain.
So every time we...
There's a delay.
Angelo.
Look at that. He's going to be down inside. So they're going to mark him down. What about? Just inside the 17-yard line. Now they're gouging him. When you're getting over 10 yards of carry,
yeah,
that's a gouge. That's like looting and plundering them. No, penalty.
Flag.
Oh, I'll tell you what, D'Angelo not be a big guy, but he's not afraid of contact, is he?
No.
I think we got probably a block in the back or a hold.
And he's got good speed.
It's a hold. And sometimes when you meet these little fast guys, they're
pulling his big nose guard out of there, huh?
Well, Coach Riley's doing the same thing. He's bringing his people in to try to get them some experience.
So you saying he gave up on this game?
Either that or he's pulled that guy for ineffective play. Sam Corona. Yep, Sam Corona. Down to the 23-yard line.
So the starters are still in.
For us.
Yeah.
And I think in looking at them and seeing the numbers at the linebackers, I think the starter's still in for them. I just think they pulled their big nose tackle. There you go.
Pitch.
And he's going to get down to the 14-yard line.
Making the stop for the Trojans is number 13, Antavius Lewis.
And that's going to be a third and about 7. Long 7, short 8 maybe. Whoa, did you see that move?
Yeah.
And he fought all the way down to the 6-yard line.
First down.
And he made that guy miss right in the hole. He should have been tackled right there at the line scrimmage or just behind. And the thing about it,
was a quick move, though.
It was a shake and bake that didn't slow down to make.
Right.
He was doing it in stride. And folks, that's something you just can't teach.
No.
Either you got it or you don't. Well, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
On the 6-yard line.
See, reverse. Oh, he just about broke out of there.
I tell you what, I think he could be playing on Saturday. Do you think?
He could, but he's got to run with that poise, like he's running right now.
You get him with the right running back coach wherever he might go, that can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, that's true. So true. Here we go.
Down to the 1. He carried people.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying anything against high school coaches or his high school coaches, but when you move up into the collegiate level, you should be getting into a little bit better grade of coach at that level. Even at the JUCO.
What do you do now, Stu? Do you pass it?
No.
You go out and run it in?
Third down at the 1. Time for a little QB sneak. He's not going to go to the lead. D'Angelo. He didn't touch anybody till he was 2 yards in.
Yeah.
And who he touched was the first person he touched was the back of his blocker 2 yards in.
That's it.
Yeah, that should be the end of the starters. That should be the end of the starters.
48. Maybe they are going to see how many they can score.
1 yard, touchdown run.
I don't think Sam's that way. I don't think that Sam's that way at all.
Got it down.
Yep, it was a high kick.
That was a high snap.
But the kick is good. So with 7:32 to go in the third quarter, we got a score. Salina South 49, Andover 0. And to further add on what you were talking about, Coach Sellers played for Coach Stonebreaker.
I know.
And you usually coach similar to the way you were coached in high school. And Coach Stonebreaker would not run it up on anybody.
No, and that's for sure.
He would wait till he was far enough ahead before he pulled in the horses.
He would pull them.
But he made sure he was comfortably ahead before he pulled his starters.
I can tell you this. I remember my son had about 200 yards in Junction City, and he pulled him. And he had, but you
had a comfortable lead on him, didn't you?
Yeah, they did.
That was probably before Coach Zimmerman took over. Randall Zimmerman. Another nice high kick at the 15.
Good form of blocking.
And the kicker was in on the tackle, too. As a matter of fact, he stopped the forward progress. Mr. Fernando Avila Castro.
And they still have the starters in, it looks like, for Andover.
Number 74 again, defensive tackle, Mr. Moreno. He's starting to inch up in my voting for player of the game.
Who you got?
I'm saying, well, 74 is starting to inch up a little bit closer. That was another tackle for him. He's playing a heck of a game. Oh, he plays defensive end. Way overthrown, wasn't even close. We're going to have a running clock in the second half because the point differential is at 45 points.
Third down 8, 33 on the line.
Oh, he stopped it down the backfield. Number 30 made that tackle. Justin Allen. He stopped him way in the back.
He's had a couple nice plays for loss, if I remember right.
Yeah, he's done. That was a real good play.
Well, folks, we're going to say it again. Since it's a 45-point lead in the second half, the clock will keep running and not stop. Not bad. Now he's got a chance to run and get a return. He's like a fire plug and jitterbug all wrapped together.
Yeah, he was.
In other words, a firebug with a little bit of jiggle to him.
So let's see what they got going out there. Doesn't look like the starters.
No, I don't see the starters. No, it is not the starters.
You got one. You got Smith still out there at fullback.
Well, maybe we still do. They might go 2 series.
Ball at their own 48-yard line.
Quarterback's not the starter. Flag.
All the way down inside the 40, down to the 38, but we do have a flag.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Starting quarterback's on the sidelines, it looks like.
Well, folks, I'm going to see if I can sit down, get off my foot.
Illegal procedure in the call on the Cougars. They did not have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
The wide receiver did not come all the way up to the line of scrimmage.
First and 15 for the Cougars, 43-yard
And that's where your wide receiver has got to look inside and see that. If the first person he sees is a tackle, he's got to move up.
Number 43, Sam Perota.
Sam has the ability to make that first guy miss.
Stock, also number 46, Grant Stair.
Well, the big nose tackle's back in. Maybe he just taking a breather or maybe getting something taped up or something. And he just missed a tackle. Sam's inside the 45.
There's a penalty marker on the field.
Face mask.
Face mask. That's going to be a first down. Marked off from the spot.
Well, that's only.
Yep. They're going to call it incidental, but the 5 yards gives them a first down from the end of the carry. They didn't call it a 15-yarder. It means he grabbed and he let go.
Oh.
You know, and they call it an incidental face mask.
Fullback has it. He's rolling.
He's still going. You think he wants to score a touchdown?
Smith. You know he does.
Don't you go to church with him?
No. I don't.
Gain of 16 on the play. First and 10 Cougars, 23-yard line.
There's the lead.
Ball carrier number 43, Sam Corona.
He's going to get a yard.
Making the stop for the Trojans. Number 42, Casey Mays.
Yep, he got a yard.
Gain of a short 2 on the play. Second down 8, 22-yard line.
Wow, he barely got the ball out of his hands. I think there was not a good snap.
And this 45 just came in, or 46. Hayden Weekle, he's a sophomore, 5'8", 210-pound running back, and placed
number 45. Is that the one?
I don't have a 45 on my South roster.
But they got a 45 out there.
18-yard line.
I don't know who
and he
is.
got the ball there. Now,
no, it's quarterback.
He fumbled.
Ball on the play. Recovered by the Trojans.
That's Casey Lanou, a sophomore, 6 foot, 146-pound quarterback who was carrying the ball a little bit too loose. It's like they say, like a loaf of bread, instead of having it tucked up.
Number 10, Alex Stock.
And I guarantee you they're going to talk to him about that.
First and 10, Trojans.
That's the first turnover to go against South. Oh, there's a fumble, and they had to fall on it again for a big loss.
Fumble and snap recovered by the Trojans, number 3, Alex Elder.
Well, that's the third quarter, folks, with the score of Salina South 49, Andover 0.
Salina South 49.
And South has already started to move the twos in.
Wow. Well, we probably need to start looking at who we're going to be naming as our MVP almost, huh?
I mean, right now it's kind of up in the air.
It is.
There's 3 passing touchdowns, 2 to Marcotte, 1 to Becker. Or there was
to the Marcotte,
1 to Becker.
Yeah.
You got 2 rushing, or 3 rushing. D'Angelo had 2. Corona or somebody had 1.
It's all over.
So, folks, we don't have the stats people to help us.
That's one thing we need to work on for next year.
Yep.
Have us a stats man, you know what I mean?
Or stats woman.
Stats woman would be good too.
Although I guess the proper terminology would be stats person.
There we go.
But I'm not into Billerese. I don't speak Billerese. They got him about the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to give him about a yard or 2. Ball was at the 5.
On second down, the ball carrier.
Third down and a long ways.
Yeah, it is. And they got to be careful here. We got a South player down. I see the team doctor And the trainers are running out. We have a Kansas Wesleyan trainer, as Central does. And I'm really thankful that Wesleyan started at my alma mater years back, because it's helped all the local schools. Sacred Heart, Southeast Saline, I think El Saline uses it, Solomon, maybe Benton, I'm not sure, and it gives these kids chance, Charles, to go out and to hands-on work with the high school kids as a trainer, as part of, and some of it, one will be a certified trainer, the other one could be doing his externship.
Oh, that's good.
And that is an excellent way of getting these kids experience. They then go on out into the well, I am going to try to figure out, see how Central is doing. And I don't know who won homecoming. I was in the restroom when it was announced, so I have no idea who won.
But it's going to be a good homecoming.
It's still 1-1, the top of the six. Okay.
What's that?
They don't want to film here during his dead time with the injured kid. For being down as long as he was, he might have been a shot to the head.
Yeah.
He's not walking off very fast. Sorry, we'll be right back after an injury timeout.
Third down, 14, ball at the 8-yard line.
Now here we go. And
he doesn't go anywhere.
No, they're not even back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is like when they get to singing "Good Night, Irene." It's over.
And with the passing of Frank Gifford, that whole Monday night crew is now dead.
Wow.
Dandy Don, Frank.
For the Cougars, number 43, Sam Corona.
Yeah, that was quite a crew there for Monday Night Football.
Whoa, he just about blocked that.
Oh, going to be a penalty right
Flag.
there.
Block in the back.
Block in the back or a hold.
Making a stop for this run is number 34, Chase. There is a penalty.
We'll still get the ball in a good position, though. Hold. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll still be inside the 40. Be just over the 37.
Holding the call on the Cougars. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It's Andover.
First and 10 for the Cougars, call at the Andover 7-yard line.
Not wrong with R. It's Central Archaeology. Not R. I swear. No, hold on.
I was asked if Andover's Ark Valley, and I think the Ark Valley trailed number 2 and we're number 1. But there's 2 divisions of the same level of schools.
And 2 on the play. Second down.
And the young man's going to break his arm patting himself on the back.
Here they go.
Somebody move. I think it's
Legal
on
procedure.
us. And that's where you get, when you get some of these second team and third team guys in, they're in their,
but they get the practice in, so
they're a little anxious. Sure, they got to calm down and relax.
Do you pass?
Second down 13. On the 40.
Second down 13, maybe.
That'd be a good time too.
I think Mr. Lanou is a decent passer. I'm not really sure. He's just a sophomore.
Grant Stinger. Third down 10, 37-yard line.
It's on us.
Wow.
This young team's just shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Wow. That's what makes it third down at 15 yards. You got to pass.
Now they're going to do a quick pitch.
Whoa.
He's going to take it all the way down the side of the 30. There's a fumble. No, they're going to mark him down where he was at.
Number 27, Keaton Cunningham.
Then that's close to a first down. Hold on us again. Wow. That's Keaton Cunningham. He's a senior 5'6", 127-pound running back. Not a very big guy, but he's quick. That's where you get this second team over on the sideline as a coach to say, do you guys really want to play?
Third down 25 on the Cougar 48-yard line.
Third down 25. They've gone backwards, and it's been their own mistakes. A quick pitch again.
Carrier number 27, Keaton Cunningham, making the stop for the Trojans.
They're not going to let him throw the ball.
Casey Mays.
And I don't understand, because the clock's running and incomplete's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. This is the best time for him to get that experience of being out there throwing it, and with the distance, you know.
And this would be the first punt for Mr. Foster.
82, Jacob Foster.
That wasn't a bad kick. Let's see, it was at the 48. Marked it down at the 18. 34-yard punt.
Gentlemen, the Salina South football team is having a fundraiser meal on Wednesday, October the 7th at Sonic on South 9th Street between 5 and 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Just mention you are with South High Football, and they will donate a portion of the sales that night to Cougars football. Thanks for supporting the Cougars. First and 10 Trojans, 18-yard line.
They're still running.
Number 25, Robert Bundy.
But I think they got the second string defense in too now, don't they, Charles?
Yeah, it's second string defense too.
Matter of fact,
they've already packed it up.
Am I seeing what I'm seeing?
You saw what you saw.
The South coaches are actually leaving the press box.
8 of 4 on the play, second down 6, 22-yard line.
Is he going to throw it? Oh, he completed it. Right before he got hit by whoever was rushing him.
He's slow to get up, too. Number 4, he was slow. He's limping over there on the sidelines.
For Andover?
Yes.
And let's see, that would be Colin Matthew, they call him the wing back.
Trojans, 41-yard line.
Folks, that's still the starting offense for Andover. That's the second string defense. And outside that pass play, they've actually been doing a good job against them.
Yeah.
40-yard line.
Then where it's at, it's going to be on south.
No,
actually they got Andover people to jump.
That's that move what you was talking about earlier, how they start moving around and stuff, and one of them jumps.
That
well, I thought for sure that was going to be foul.
Me too. The way they were hopping around trying to get set.
35-yard line.
Because you have your defense line to the strong side.
Back to pass. Oh!
We got a flag, but what's
holding? Number 19.
Pass interference is a call on the Cougars.
Pass interference.
Number 19.
And it's still not a first down. And I tell you, one of the wingbacks actually moved just a split second, and they didn't call it. I watched him. He was leaning forward before the ball was snapped. And you can't do that.
No gain on the play.
Well,
50-yard line.
I think right now they're just going through the motions.
I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got it.
Number 25,
he might be a little short. Oh, they gave first down. Wow.
Where he ran in, no. Where the other guy far side ran in, they gave him the spot. Yeah. This guy marked it up between the 49 and the 50.
And it was back on the 50.
He marked it where he was running down. He was a half yard further back. He's throwing it. And folks, once the ball is in the air, both the receiver and the defender have equal right to that ball.
And the receiver number 8, Tyler Wright.
So there's no pass interference there, although the other side would sure like to have had it called. So 42 seconds left in the game. Nice tackle low.
25, Robert Bundy.
Wow. I don't know who made that tackle, but whoever that was a nice low tackle.
Third down, 4.
He's going to be short of first. And that's going to be the game, folks.
It's over.
That's the game.
You gonna see who they.
Well, folks, we have a final score: Salina South 49, Andover 0, and we will see you at the post-game interview with Coach Sellers and the awarding of the player of the week that we haven't decided on yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then.
Welcome to the Remax Advantage MVP show. And tonight's winner is Jacob, and I'm going to try and say it right, Horowitz. And Jacob, you had 4 touchdowns throwing. We'd just like to award you the MVP of the week. You have anything you'd like to say, Jacob?
Thank you. It's all towards my offensive line. They worked hard this week at practice and stepped up, and it makes my job easier with them working hard and blocking great.
That's good. You guys, it looks like you guys had them blown out from the very beginning tonight. I would say that South had a fantastic game, especially when you leave a 0 up there. And we'll be right back with Coach Sellers and a wrap-up of tonight's game.
Welcome to the post-game interview with Coach Sellers. And Coach, I think this is your first win at home. You've had 2 home games, but now you've had a nice long string of home games and, of course, the away game for Central, but you're just on the upside of the field. But as we talked before the game, you were wanting to see more consistency out of your offense and defense, and every time your starters touched the ball, they scored.
Yeah, we were, had an unbelievable week of practice, maybe as good as since I've been the head coach. Just kids really focused in, and this group is hungry, and they didn't start out like they wanted to, and we've been really battling injuries like crazy. The comeback last week, I think, kind of sparked us a little bit, and they were really ready tonight, and our big thing with them tonight was go out and have fun. I think there's a lot of pressure on these kids, when they're in a program that has very high expectations, internally and externally, that, I think at times they played a little tight and nervous, and, we lacked a little confidence early on, but, you can see it building every week now, and which is what you want. You want, to go into district play feeling good about yourselves and playing good football, and we did that tonight.
Well, talk about building confidence. You're going to need it because you got a very powerful, hot Derby team coming in next week. And early in the year, they really laid the leather to Central. But Central's had problems early in the year like you did. A lot of young kids trying to figure out, haven't learned that you got to play at a certain level at this level of high school football.
That's why it's great to be in the league we're in and play these, great teams like Derby and Hutch and those big 6A schools. Is it teaches your kids, what level, elite football is played at, and Derby's awfully good. We've already watched, some film on them, and it's going to be a big test for us, but we're excited about it, and we're going to go out and give them our best shot and see what happens.
And the other thing that you brought up, I wanted to talk about real quick. You were missing 2 people, Mr. Calvert, Mr. Coble, and you were expecting them back for next week. Did we lose anybody? Because we did have one young man hurt tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. And we got some kids playing really banged up. And honestly, all our injuries are not major injuries. We have our number 2 that tore his ACL a couple weeks ago, but we get these kids back and healthy, and put things together, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
I do have to ask you one thing. You had number 45 come in at fullback spot, and we didn't have a 45 on the roster. Who was that young man?
He's a freshman, and we're pretty excited about him. He still drives me crazy, and we call him freshman, but he's name's Jaden Miller. He's a heck of a little football player, and we're excited about his future, and it's kind of nice to have Damaj and him both at fullback. We did some power eye tonight, and we'll probably do a little bit more of that going forward. And he's a kid that's learning tonight. I think he was a couple assignments. You get out there for the first time and your head's spinning a little bit, and there's a lot going on. But he's going to be a heck of a player for us.
And he's really not that little, and he looks like he can move fairly well.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid. Weight room wise, he's a senior almost as far as his lifting numbers, and he's a kid that has a bright future, but still has a lot to learn and a lot of work to do, and we'll help him along that way.
Well, you won 49-0, and you had 42-0 going in at halftime. You dominated first half. I mean, it wasn't even close. They had one drive where they had 3 first downs, and that was it. Then you shut them down. And you even shut them down in the second half when you pulled your starters and had your 2s in, and they still were not even moving the ball against your 2s.
Yeah, that was something that our defense, we feel like, especially when we get, Logan and Cole back, we feel like our defense can be really, really special, and that was something that they had in mind this week, is they wanted to shut out, and they practiced like they wanted to shut out, and they played like they wanted to shut out, and that's really big. A shutout in today's day and age of football is, with these offenses that do so much, is awfully tough, and it's a big feather in the cap.
And I wanted to bring something up. He was kind of like ran second or third in my voting for Player of the Week, and that's Mr. Moreno, 74. He had himself a whale of a football game tonight.
He's such an awesome story. He didn't play football, didn't really know much football until his junior year, and came out his junior year, and it was a kid that, you saw every day in practice. He gets a little bit better and a little bit better, and by the end of last year, he was a kid that we thought, that could help us this year, and he's naturally a big kid. He's 6'6", 250, and doesn't look 250. He's a skinny kid, and has a lot of great leverage, and he's a kid in the off season that wanted a starting job and worked hard for it, and even now, he's starting for us, and every week, and I tell him this, it's fun to watch him grow as a player, and that's kind of what high school football is all about, is those kind of kids, and seeing them grow, and that their personal confidence, not just on the football field, but in school, and he's a really neat story.
And the last kid I want to talk about is a kid that I've been impressed since his last year as a freshman, your kicker, Mr. Fernando Avila Castro. He's a sophomore this year. He's got a strong leg. All of his extra point attempts were good, and he's kicking the ball between the 5 and the 10-yard line, and he's getting air time, which allows your cover team to get downfield.
Yeah, that's really what you want. He's a kid that really works hard in the weight room, does a great job, and I don't want to offend anybody, but kickers sometimes tend to be a little bit different and weird, and Fernando's a linebacker, and that's his mentality. He's not lacking confidence whatsoever, and he wants to go out there and hit people, and he's a football player. He's not just a kicker, and I think that really helps him a lot too, in his mentality, how he approaches the game. But yeah, he's a heck of a weapon for us, field position wise, and then putting points on the scoreboard when we get in a kicking situation. He's very accurate in his field goals and extra points, and it's a nice thing to have. It's nice that he's still a sophomore too. He still have 2.5 more years with him, so he's a nice piece of the puzzle for us.
And one thing, when I was talking with Charles, on one of the kickoffs, they returned it, and this kid has some steam and ran into Fernando, and it was like he ran into a brick wall, and Fernando just stood there, looked down like, oh, did someone hit me?
Yeah, he's put together a little bit. He runs better than maybe people would think. He's a sprinter on the track, and the first day of the sprint practice, he came with me, and I was like, man, are you confused? This is, I'm a football coach, but I coach the sprinters. You're a thrower. And I said, no, coach, I'm a sprinter. And he does all right. He can move all right. So yeah, he's not just a kicker. He can go and play the game a little bit.
And I've seen him in mop-up when he was playing linebacker, and he does. He runs very well, and he's not afraid to lower the helmet and deliver the shot.
Yeah, he's a physical kid, and like I think his older brother Zolo is a great soccer player for us. He was league MVP last year, the AVCTL, and I think that kind of helps having the older brother that has had a lot of success, and he's got that confidence, and even last year as a freshman wasn't scared at all. We'll go out there and play the game right.
And I think with some kicking camps, which he's probably already has attended, and as he gets more time in the weight room, I'm next year. I was telling Charles, I expect to see kicks going into the end zone.
Yeah, and honestly, he can do that, but we kind of like skying them and seeing if we can get them inside the 20. We've been able to do that 4 or 5 times. Our kick coverage unit that's something that we felt like the last couple of years we haven't been really good at, and Coach Wendell's really done a great job with those guys, and they take a lot of pride in getting down there, and you know, they try to get inside the 20, like I said, and having a lot of success at it.
I like bringing these kids up because sometimes, folks, we don't get to see them, bring them on as the player of the week, but they had great games. They're interesting stories. I didn't know the story about Mr. Moreno. Now I'm glad I do. And I'm expecting good things out of both these young men, especially Mr. Avila Castro, since he's only a sophomore. I can't wait to see his next 2 years. 49-0, Sam. Is there anything else you could have done better?
Oh, there's lots of things we could have done better. We'll go watch film right now, and kids will come back in the morning, and we'll move on to next week.
Folks, that's what separates the good coaches and the good teams. They're always trying to improve. It's the old Bill Snyder, and get better each and every day. Folks, 49-0 domination from the kickoff to the final horn. What a great game. Be here next week. South hosting Derby. It's going to be a great game. And again, thank you for watching Friday Night Football with Salina Access TV, and we'll see you next week.
Mowry Clinic provides the Salina community with a comprehensive spectrum of services delivered with compassion and sensitivity. We strive to create a partnership with our patients that promotes health and well-being in all phases of life. We care about our patients, we care about providing quality health care services, and we care about our community. Chances are you know many of us because Mowry Clinic physicians live in Salina. We are coaches for youth sports teams and leaders for Boy Scouts and 4-H. We offer time, talent, and financial support to a variety of community events and charities. Our children attend school with your children. Our families attend worship services with your families. And we are proud to call Salina home. We have a vested interest in the success of this community, and we remain committed to an independent practice model that promotes our proud heritage and philosophy to provide quality medical care centered on the relationship between each patient and the physician of their choice. You have a choice for your medical care. Choose a doctor dedicated to the pursuit of excellence in healthcare services. Choose Mowry Clinic.
I am a certified nurse aide. I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was a senior in nursing school, and I was tired a lot, but I was a senior in nursing school. You don't get much sleep, so tired is expected, and cancer was nowhere on my radar. The worst part is probably the feeling of isolation. I had to stay home, and my friends didn't want to necessarily stay home with me. The texts and phone calls and even Facebook messages from some kind of stopped. The staff at Tammy Walker basically took me in like a family member. I've never felt alone there, and that's about the only place that I've never ever felt alone. Life now is good. I never have a bad day anymore because I know what it's like to have an actual bad day. I give a lot of credit for how I'm doing to Tammy Walker because they still support me even now.
The friendly staff at Salina Sports Medicine Orthopedic Clinic, located at 523 South Santa Fe, are always welcoming new patients to serve in the areas of sports medicine, total joint care, and more. You can contact the office at 785-823-7213 or toll free at 1-866-406-4141.